What we have here are two Porsche Carrera GTs. One is not necessarily the same as the other. So on this side, I have a bone stock Porsche Carrera GT. This thing is straight from the factory, basically. It's a time capsule, has not been touched or modified whatsoever. We got stock exhaust system, stock brakes, stock suspension. I mean, you can look inside of this car and it is bone stock. Looks like it's right out of 2005. So on the right side, we have what looks to be a relatively stock Porsche Carrera GT, but it's actually nowhere even close to that. What this one has is it has our Boden Autohaus titanium exhaust system, and it's got KW coilovers. These are essential modifications and upgrades where if you have a Carrera GT, you have to do this and you're completely missing out if you're not. So you're probably wondering, why is this bone stock Carrera GT sitting in our shop right now? It's a very good question. You've seen the Carrera GT that we have on the internet doing donuts, doing burnouts, ripping around. This thing's been all over. What happened is this customer saw the videos online, reached out to us and said, hey, I'm thinking about picking up a Carrera GT. I want your guys' touch. I've seen what you do and I really want to have you guys take care of this car. Fast forward a couple months, purchases the vehicle. He has it actually shipped straight to us. He hasn't seen the car, he hasn't driven the car, nothing. He said, hey, first, I want you guys to do your thing. We're gonna get the coilovers on it. We're gonna do our Carrera GT exhaust system. Titanium, it's like 80 pounds lighter than factory and it sounds insane. So the V10 sounds great, don't get me wrong, but the V10 with the Boden exhaust, piece de resistance. We're gonna throw some wheels on it. You guys stick around to the end of the video so you can check that out. We're gonna take it all apart. We're gonna do some upgrades, check out the final product. Looking forward to it.
You heard the stock system on the Carrera GT. It sounds amazing, but we really want to make it sound a lot better. So what we did is we put our titanium X-pipe exhaust system on this car, and it just makes it, you know, we still got the V10 iconic F1 sound, but now it's much louder, much lighter, and looks a lot better. So if you come around here, I'll show you guys how nasty and ugly this stock exhaust is that we took out. It's 80 pounds of pure stainless steel, 20-year-old technology. Now we have our sub 6 pound titanium exhaust system that's far lighter and a much better tone. You can see a little bit over here. Really slick, super light, really good tone. I'll start it up in a few minutes for you guys. Second thing we did was the suspension. Really important on these cars. We took the factory coilovers out, which are these. 20 years old, big difference when you change these out. These things are also prone to having a lot of issues because with the bonnet in the back being the way it is, if you wash the car, you get debris, you get water, all kinds of different environmental things in there. These things will deteriorate over time, they will leak, they will blow out, and it's very dangerous to drive on these shocks. So what we do is we get the KW all new variant 5 coilover, which is the newer version than what I have on my car. Fully adjustable with the height. You've got all kinds of different adjustments, rebound, compression, so you can dial in more track or more street. Best feature about it is the hydraulic lift. So we have all the hydraulic lines from each 4 corners running to the KW pump here. And this pump is what holds the hydraulic fluid in this, and this is what allows us to go up and down with the system. I probably should have Tyler explain this part better than me.
So here's basically the heart of the hydraulic lift system. This is the pump and reservoir. These are the lines running to each corner of the car. So if you look here, this is your hydraulic lift cup. So basically when that pump turns on, this guy will expand open and push the suspension upwards, lifting the car roughly about 2 inches or so. Allows you to get in and out of driveways, over bumps, that kind of thing.
So this is the button that we're gonna be installing in the ashtray. So we're not drilling, not cutting anything. Basically, no one uses the ashtray in these cars anyway. So we're gonna put this button right there so it can be covered. And then when you press it, it lights up, letting you know that it's going up, and then it stops. And then when you press it again, it'll go back down and be gone. We'll go over to the front. As you can see, we have the whole front end taken apart so we can get access to the coilovers to install them. We've got the front coilovers right here with the external reservoir. We've got all the adjustments here, rebound, compression. This is the hydraulic cylinder that allows it to go up and down. We've got the adjustments here so you can change the height. That's enough chit chat. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little cold start, let it warm up, and then show you what it sounds like. Yeah, that never gets old. Excited to get this thing wrapped up and back to the customer. He was actually, you know, when it was at the recall, the Porsche dealer advised him not to do anything to it. You know, just Porsche dealerships are going to be very conservative. They're going to be very pure, but we let him know everything is fully reversible. It doesn't affect the value of the car. You're just replacing 20-year-old technology with just a little bit of an update. So highly recommend any Carrera GT to at minimum do exhaust and suspension because it really transforms the experience of the car night and day. Finally wrapped up with this Carrera GT. We've got the HRE wheels on it, 20-inch in the front, 21 in the back, wrapped in Michelin Pilot Super Sport 4S tires. Incredible wheel, as I said before, it represents the old 993 turbo twist, so it's kind of period correct and goes with this car. Back here you'll see the coilover system that we installed. It's the KW all new variant 5 with all the adjustments, hydraulic lift, all 4 corners. And then of course, you can't see it from here, but we've got our titanium signature exhaust that really opens up this car and makes it sound the way it's supposed to. Can't wait for the owner to get it. He's gonna be in love with it. So we're gonna go cruise, we're gonna test it out, get some beauty shots, and then see how it sounds and drives. Being 20 years old or so, this car's in incredible condition. So we've got the lift button here. We're gonna press this, gonna go up. You can feel it go up. Now it makes it getting out of the driveway problem-free, scrape-free, which as before, definitely would have scraped getting in and out. So now we press the button to go back down, and you can cover it up so it looks factory precedence right there. Now we're just gonna check for any abnormal noises, make sure the car drives straight, feels good on the bumps. Not too worried about dash lights or anything. This thing has no electronics that we mess with. Oh man, love this car so much. Handles so well, super responsive. Suspension on the straight line is super smooth. When you take a corner, it just grips. This is the best car ever made, straight up.
Just like that?
Just like that, it's the best car. Remember the first time I drove it, I just was so mind blown. There was all this hype, I knew it was a cool car, but then when you actually get to drive it and sit in this position with the shift knob here and how fast the car revs and sounds, it's just like nothing else. So good. Suspension's dialed. Let's press the button again, make sure it goes up. All right, so everything is dialed with the car. Just get it detailed, do a final round of QC, make sure it's good to go, package up all the parts and send it over to transport. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We've got a lot more coming up.